DJ Khaled has got his hands on a rare photo of Nas from his Illmatic days, and seemingly can't get enough of it. The We the Best mogul took to Instagram on Wednesday, May 24th, to showcase the black and white photo, which finds a young Nas standing at an intersection in his Queensbridge housing projects and looking back at the camera. The photographer that took this picture for Nas Illmatic in '93 signed this picture for me and gave me this, Khaled said in the video. This is a classic. It's hip-hop. Man, this is a classic. The picture was snapped by famed photographer Danny Clinch as part of the packaging for Nas' debut album. He previously spoke about the iconic photo shoot in an interview with Billboard in 2014. I captured him looking back at me guiding me, Clinch said. He took me for a walk around his neighborhood and I shot some photos of him from the back. What's crazy is that the two cars outside look like identical. It was a one-way street, which is why they're facing the same way. He added, Nas was a poet. He was wise beyond his years. At the time, hip-hop was about representing where you were from and telling stories of how you grew up and became you. And that's what he did. That's what made Illmatic so special. Highly regarded as one of the greatest rap albums of all time, Nas's Illmatic was added to the Library of Congress back in 2021, with librarian Carla Hayden calling the LP one of the audio treasures worthy of preservation for all time based on their cultural, historical or aesthetic importance in the nation's recorded sound heritage. The National Recording Registry will preserve our history through these vibrant recordings of music and voices that have reflected our humanity and shaped our culture from the past 143 years, Hayden said. We received about 900 public nominations this year for recordings to add to the registry, and we welcome the public's input as the Library of Congress and its partners preserve the diverse sounds of history and culture. Released on April 19, 1994, Illmatic debuted at number 12 on the Billboard 200 chart and sold over 63,000 copies in its first week. The album was certified 2x Platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, in February 2019. After initially selling 1 million copies by December 2001, DJ Khaled and Nas, meanwhile, have worked together numerous times over the years, most recently joining forces on Sorry Not Sorry alongside Jay-Z. Off the former's 2021 project Khaled Ice Cube has chosen a side in the Chris Tucker vs. Mike Epps comedy debate, revealing the latter is funnier to him than the Rush Hour star. Cube spoke his mind during a recent appearance on the Full Send podcast, and said that out of his two Friday colleagues, Epps tickles his funny bone more than Tucker does. Mike, to me, is funnier, just as a pure comic, Cube admitted, before showering Tucker with praise for his performance in the original Friday movie. He then said Epps wouldn't have appeared as Day-Day if Tucker hadn't bowed out of the subsequent films. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't do it, Cube said. 'Cause we wouldn't have Mike. The NWA legend also confirmed that he offered Tucker $12 million to reprise his role as Smokey, but he turned down the offer for religious reasons. Yeah, we wanted him, he said. He turned it down. You'll hear 1,000 different stories, but we wanted to pay him $12 million to do that movie and he turned it down. He said it was for religious reasons, didn't want to cuss and he didn't want to smoke weed on camera. In a 2021 Instagram Live interview, Chris Tucker explained why he decided to walk away from the Friday franchise despite the success of the first film. I never really told people this 'cause I kinda forgot about it. I didn't want to represent everybody smoking weed, he said. I kind of made it more personal than a movie. I wanted to move on because when I did something, I never wanted to do it again. Back then, I was all about going to the next level. I had a good sense of like, okay, now it's time to go do an action movie. Tucker went on to say that he only made $10,000 for making the film, but was simply grateful for the chance to participate. It's one of those things, it was just a small movie, he continued. We filmed it in 20 days. I got about $10,000 for it or whatever, I didn't care. I wanted the opportunity. It was that small of a movie. But that was the beauty of it. It allowed me to get into character. It wasn't no big distractions like big movie sets. You got light people and sound people and everybody wanna be a star. But that movie was just a camera and me and Cube on the porch. Magic came out of it, thank God. While Ice Cube is currently working to get the fourth Friday film made, the Mount Westmore rapper has run into multiple snags along the way. Most recently, he told Drink Champs that he submitted 2 scripts for the fourth film in the stoner comedy series, but they were both rejected by the studio. I'm trying to get it out of Warner Brothers, they don't believe in the culture, man, Cube said around the 29-minute mark, adding that the studio retains distribution rights for any sequels moving forward. I had 2 scripts. I wrote one, it was the shit. They was like, yo, we don't want Craig and Day Day in jail, 'cause Craig and Day Day went to jail for selling weed before it was legal. He continued, then after they rejected it they had all these fucking movies about going to jail, Orange is the New Black. Get hard. So then I wrote another script, and the script was really about the youngsters in the hood having beef with the OGs in the hood, and Craig has to come back and squash that because Smokey's son is the new Debo and he's wildin'. They tripped on it, man, they fucked around and then John Witherspoon passed. Then Debo passed. They just fucked it up.